Dad, are you crying? Because you are my daddy!
Who is your daddy? Who is your daddy?
I am your father.
Ladies, gentlemen, toddlers, infants, babies, welcome to Two Dads, One Sippy Cup, where two guys, one fat, one bald, talk about all things dad, all things husband, all things dumb. My name is Mike.
My name is
And that's
Vinny.
Vinny.
10 years ago, we decided, let's make a pregnancy pact. You get pregnant, I get pregnant. Or you get somebody pregnant, I get somebody pregnant. That's how it went down. The rules of the pact were as so. You had 9 months from when the baby was born till you had to make your own baby. And so far, we've kept true to our pact. He's got a 1-year-old. I got a 4-month-old.
He's
And,
13 months. Do not cut him short 1 month, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. 13 months. How many? Did you count the days?
13 months and 7 days.
Wow. We're 4 months and we're almost 5 months.
Okay.
So this weekend I had one of my first real big screw ups as a dad, where I felt like I really shit the bed, where I just didn't think about the chaos. There was too much chaos.
It
So we
doesn't have
took
to be
our
daily, or it's daily or weekly.
my weekly mess up.
Yeah, it's daily or weekly.
This was my first mess up where I actually felt like, damn, this could have been it for us, like this could have been like the one that like did him in.
Okay.
So like we took our son to just a town an hour away. It was the first trip we ever went on with him. We're calling it a trip. Like we just literally went out for coffee, and we met up with my family. We walked around for a couple shops. As we're walking around, my son starts falling asleep in the carriage, which is awesome. He's sleeping the whole time in the carriage. So we're walking around.
I can interrupt.
Let's interrupt.
You and about 2 other people I know call it a carriage. My mother and my grandmother. You always call it a carriage, or you call it?
What do you call it?
A stroller.
A stroller.
Yeah.
I call it a carriage, I think.
Listen, I all grew up carriage.
Carriage. That's what you. Why did you switch to stroller?
It's not the 90s anymore, man. 2020.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I call it a carriage. It's like the thing. What do you call the thing at the supermarket?
What do you mean?
The thing you put your groceries in the supermarket. What do you call it?
A shopping cart.
That's also a carriage. They're both carriages.
It's not. It's not.
All right. Well, whatever.
All right. Anyway,
we agree to disagree.
All right.
So
continue with your carriage.
Either way, the kid's sleeping in the carriage, the stroller. It's really just the car seat attached to wheels.
Okay.
And that's what it is. He's in the car seat, and when we walk him in the car seat, we don't buckle him. I don't know if you're supposed to. I've always thought about like, should I be buckling him when I'm walking him in the car seat? Do you buckle him?
I always buckle him.
You do always buckle him. All right. We haven't.
But my mom would yell at me. She'd be like, "He's not gonna fall out." I'm like, "All right, well, I buckle him."
Yeah, like I guess I just always thought like I'm like watching him, like I'm strolling him, if you will.
Okay. Fair.
Like I just never did, and then I got the blanket on him, and he gets all pissy when you lock him in, So I didn't lock him in, but we were walking him around. He falls asleep, and we're walking for like 20 minutes where he's sleeping, and I look at my wife and I'm like, we've seen enough little shops. We're good. Like let's take him home. He's asleep. Let's put him in the car. It's time to go. Like, we're going to wait for him to wake up and we got to listen to the whole car ride home? No. So we're walking past the car and we're like, you know what, guys, we're going to go. You guys can stay. We'll meet you back at the house. So we left my 2 brothers and their girlfriends and we shot the baby in the car quick. And we were like, he's asleep. We made it. He was asleep when we started the car, when we pulled away. We're driving for about 10 minutes to get to the highway. And we're headed back to our house, and he's sleeping. We're about an hour and 10 minutes out from the house. So as soon as we're about to pull onto the highway, it hits me that he was just in the car seat, and I never had buckled him. So I'm like, oh shit. And like, obviously my wife has no part in this. And immediately in my head, I blame my wife and I say to her, what?
Does she sit in the back?
No, she was in the front.
Interesting.
Why?
Interesting.
Does your wife sit in the back?
Always. Never in the front. Always.
Really? Well, I'll get to that. Because my wife does a little bit of both. Because like he usually sleeps. But anyways, so we're pulling off. So we pull onto the highway, like right onto the on ramp, and that's when it hit me. And I say to her, "Did you buckle him up?" And she's like, "No, you put him in the car." I'm like, "Oh fuck."
That's definitely on you. That is definitely not on her. That's on you. If you put him in, it's on you.
It was on me. It was 110% on me. She didn't touch the baby. It was on me. So I pull off real quick, and I'm like, crap. So I had to like wake up the sleeping baby when we were about to hit like the highway and have one more hour ride home. So it felt like crap because I'm like, they don't even let you out of the hospital unless you got the kid buckled up. And I'm driving around town, no buckles, blaming my wife unwillingly. Big mess up.
You can blame your wife too. That's easy because it's not your fault. You're the mom. You should have looked.
You should have reminded me. But it was. I should have reminded myself.
100% your fault. But
Yeah.
you could tell yourself it's your wife's fault. It's all right, man. Listen, we all make mistakes. I've had one or two bad dad moments. My worst happened over the summer, so Michael was probably like 7 months, 6 months. Nicole, we go to a friend's birthday party. I leave early. I'm not drinking. I'm like, I'll handle the baby tonight. You stay, have fun. She stays out, drinks a little too much. But I told her to. Not her fault. Michael will not. My son's name, Michael. He won't go to sleep. Screaming, crying all night. I'm in there every half hour. One of the last times, I'm like, all right, Michael, look. I lift him out of his crib, straight up. What happens? Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, I flip out. He smashes his head on the fan going. So at this point, I turn on the light because I'm making sure he's not like bleeding. Full blown panic. Nicole is in bed sleeping. He's okay. He cried a little, just a little. And he doesn't have like a cut. He's not like swollen.
Did he react at all? Or like, was it just like, and like, he was just like, what was that? I was surprised.
Well, he cried a little, but he was already crying. So I can't tell like what caused the further crying.
Right.
But I go full blown panic mode. I put him down. I start Googling like baby hits head on fan. I promise you, do not Google baby hits head on fan because there are one images, there are two stories, and they're all worse than what happened to me. Because all that happened was he fell asleep and was fine. If you read what happens on Google, bad things happen. Go to the hospital. Hurry up. Don't put him to sleep.
Don't put him to sleep. Yeah, keep him awake. Good idea.
So that was probably my worst dad moment. Do I think yours is worse? Maybe.
Well, I think yours is where you like put your baby directly in harm's way. I did it indirectly.
No, your wife did it indirectly. You did it directly.
That's true.
I directly did it. Minimal damage.
Minimal damage. I mean, I had no damage.
You came out with no damage, so it depends on how you.
Damages were minimal all around. Also, another thing to point out: we both named our sons after ourselves.
Why wouldn't you?
But you gotta. All right, so I guess we should introduce ourselves. So you want to go first?
Sure. My name is Mike. I'm extremely handsome, extremely fat. not extremely fat. I'm pretty fat. I like to eat chippies, sandwiches.
I like a good sandwich.
I love like candy. That's my ish. I'm a dad to a 13-month-old boy. His name is Michael, like his dad. And I'm married to my beautiful wife Nicole. And we make it work. We survive every day as a new adventure. And
That's a good way to
Vinny,
look at it. New adventure.
Vinny, the guy who you will meet in like 0.5 seconds, been my best friend for quite some time now. So
We're
Vinny,
best friends. Yeah. I actually don't. So my name is Vinny. I don't actually consider myself Mike's best friend. He's a pen pal of mine who
that's
lives
true.
in New York. I live down in North Carolina. We call each other occasionally. Sometimes he picks up, sometimes he doesn't. Doesn't really care to talk to me that much. So we're just pen pals, not necessarily best friends. So we decided to start this channel so that we could talk every week. Every week we have a time where now, hey, friend, pen pal, here we are. So I am the dad of a 4-month-old. To my wife, we'll call her Bay. That's because what everybody calls her is Bay. So that's what we'll call her. So Bay, and my son Vincent, also Vincent. You can call me Vinny, him Vincent, him Vincenzo. And that's pretty much it for me. Yeah. And you have a question for me? You don't have to raise your hand every time. We're just having a discussion. You don't have to raise your hand.
No. I think it should be. Do you think people should call you Middle Vinny?
Middle Vinny, or I think I should just be Little Vinny, and then there's Baby Vinny.
Little Vinny and baby. Okay, I'm cool with that.
All right.
As long as you're not Big Vinny, I'm cool with it.
I feel like I did admonish the role of Big Vinny. Like now I'm Big Vinny, even though I probably look pretty big in the camera. I feel like people are probably like, "Wow, that's a really big dude. I wonder how he got so big. He probably drank his milk when he was a kid."
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they think that. Maybe they don't. But either way, I'll just be Little Vinny still. People have always called me Little Vinny. I'll be Little Vinny. I got Baby Vinny. Do you go by Big Mike?
I mean, I can, but your dad's name is Vinny, so
And they do call my dad Big Vin.
he's Big Vin. You were Little Vin. Now you're a Middle Vin.
I guess I don't want to be Middle Vin though. I'd rather retain my name of Little Vinny than
You're
be Middle Vin.
No, you're Mid Vin.
Mid Vin.
Mid Vin and Little Vinny now is your son.
Mid Vin and Little Vinny. All right. And then so you're Michael, you're Big Mike and Mikey?
I mean, I just go as Mike and he's Mikey, but whatever you think, man.
Why can't I just go as Vinny and he goes by Chenzo?
It doesn't flow.
Doesn't flow for you, huh?
I like Mid Vin. I really do.
I don't want to be, I mean, all right. I'll be Mid Vin for you.
Well, you gotta ask your wife, whatever she thinks.
I don't think she's gonna want to call me Mid Vin, but maybe she will. Maybe that'll get her going. You know,
All right.
ripen the grape.
You know what? We'll stick to shrimp. That's it.
They do call me Shrimpy. So tell me the story of when you decided I'm gonna be a dad. Like that's what I want to do. I'm gonna like try to have sex with my wife and complete the act.
Okay, so who do we think will listen to this podcast? Do I have to worry, or it's just speak freely?
Trust me, nobody's gonna listen to this.
Okay.
And it's not a podcast; it's a YouTube channel. Or I guess we could
Sorry.
post it on podcasts. What? Nobody's gonna listen, so don't even worry. Who do you
Doesn't
think's
matter.
gonna listen? Who are you concerned about?
So here's how it went down. It was peak COVID, lockdown. We're not working. Well, maybe I was working, but either way, nobody was doing anything but playing Mario Kart on Zoom, and that's basically it. We have a family party of some sort on Zoom or something for Nicole's family. Her cousin says, "Oh my God, we're pregnant. We're having a baby." And everyone's like, "Oh my God, whoa!" I was like, "Wow, that's pretty cool." So later, the party ends. So we're drinking all night, and we end up, whatever time it is, we're done. We're going to bed. And we're all drunk. We're like, "Let's make a baby." Just
So that's
like
when you
that.
decided you were ready to be a dad.
That's when we decided. Life's
You had just
American.
won a couple Mario Kart games, and you were like, "Fuck."
We're like, and your cousin's having a baby. We can have
No
a baby.
big deal.
No big deal. So that's when we tried the first time. It didn't take.
What did it take?
My-
It didn't. So that month didn't work out.
Yeah, but it was like the end of the month anyway.
Okay.
So like it comes and we're like, I guess it didn't work. So it never really kind of gets talked about ever again. Then it's like the next time, we get romantic, a little physical.
You get romantic? What do you mean?
What do you mean? I get romantic with my wife.
I don't understand what you mean. Like, what did you specifically? How did you be romantic?
Excuse me, my sandwich has arrived.
All right. So you were just telling us about how you got romantic. What does that even mean? Did you lay out rose petals? Did you rub her feet? Did you put her in a bathtub? Did you make the bath?
Honestly, you want to know the truth?
Yeah, truth.
I probably just said, "Hey."
You did the eyes. You gave her the eyes.
It was either the eyes or want to have sex,
Okay. Yeah, I feel that.
or would you like to make love to me?
Oh yeah. No, I never say that. For sure not. Every
Why
time I
not?
say anything to my wife about sex, I'm like, "What do you want to?" Immediately she starts laughing at me. So, not a great sign.
So anyway, we do, and we kind of just like don't talk about what happened. We just like continue like we weren't blacked out drunk and decided to do what we decided to do, and we keep doing it. We did that maybe twice, and it worked.
There you go.
That's how a baby was made.
Nice. That's. So you just decided one night in bed.
We decided that since Nicole's cousin was ready, we were ready.
That's good for you, man.
Not
For
sure
me-
why those two correlated, but it did.
For me, it was like years. It was years ago. I remember like you'd have this scare here and there in high school and college, and every time I had a scare, I always kind of was like, I hope it's for real this time.
That never happened to me.
You've never had a scare.
Also, what's the etiquette? Can I eat a sandwich on the channel right now?
I think you can eat a sandwich. What are you gonna not eat your sandwich?
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm looking at it and I'm like,
I got
should
my
eat
onions
this?
sliced up in the other room. I gotta still cook them. I'm not a.
I'm looking at this sandwich. And
I
I'm
would
like,
eat the sandwich. There's no way I'd be sitting there not eating. The sandwich. I'm telling a story.
Alright.
You just eat your sandwich. You listen.
all right,
All right.
confirmed.
So I don't even know what I was talking about. What were we talking about?
In high school, you wanted people
Oh yeah.
to
So
like
I always
have
wanted
a
a baby.
baby.
I've wanted a baby forever, and finally, I got married. I got a wife. I got married, and we lived in
How
this
you pulled
dinky.
that off, I don't know.
I don't know either. I showed up to the bar, and she thought she was meeting me and a couple friends there. I didn't tell her that I was going to be showing up alone, so I got her.
Wait, is
Tricked her. What?
that true?
The way she tells the story is that, yeah, I thought I was meeting up with a bunch of people, and I pull up and it was just Vinny, and he was bald, and I didn't know he was bald when I knew, because she had only known me when I had hair. But yeah, so we moved down to North Carolina, and my wife said to me, as soon as we buy a house, we could have a baby. We lived on a third floor walk up, so we ended up buying a house. She made me wait like 6 months, but we started in January trying. We went up to a little mountain house. We did get a little romantic, I guess. We went up to a little mountain house, and it was like one of those little like weird friggin' Airbnbs where there's like one singular little it's like a little tiny warehouse that you're staying in with like a bathroom. We had sex one time there, no baby. We had sex the next month, bing bang boom. We got one in the oven.
All right, so what we got for you now is we're gonna talk about either TV dads, movie dads, or for you
Fictional character dads.
Yeah, you people who read books, I don't, but if somebody does, maybe a dad in a book.
The metaverse, the universe, anywhere.
I
Any
don't really
kind
know
of
what
dad
I
that
don't
you
know
could
what a
talk about.
metaverse is, but sure.
Or like even reality TV dads, whatever kind of dads. We're gonna.
I don't know about that, man. That's
Oh, you don't want to like rate real dads. Okay, I guess that's a good point. I don't want to judge other people, just fake people.
I can judge you. Like I'll give you a rating if you want.
I could give you a rating. I'll give you a rating.
Don't give me one.
No, yeah, you're right. No real dads.
No real dads. What this is,
Just
we're
fictional
gonna
character.
rate fictional dads on a scale of 1 to 10. Could be decimals involved, could be fractions, all that fun math stuff.
Okay, some that stuff.
We'll pick 2 dads each week. I'll do one. Chenzo will do another.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna hit you with a middle of the road, just getting it done type of dad. Someone who's just like, I'm here. I've showed up for the job. I'm not gonna give you my 10 out of 10 effort. I'm just gonna. Here I am. And you've all seen Everybody Loves Raymond. Raymond from Everybody Loves Raymond. That's the dad I'm talking about. He's the guy, every time he walks into a scene, he's tired. He's miserable. He's holding 2 kids, dragging one by the arm. He's never fully invested in them. He's always just like, here I am. I wrote an article for the newspaper today. Deborah, can you take care of the kids? Deborah, can we have sex tonight? Not a great dad. He's not like, not putting the extra effort. He's no Phil Dunphy. Phil Dunphy now. Well, we won't get to him, but there's some good dads out there. Everybody Loves Raymond. He's not quite the dad where you're like, hey man, you're a bad dad, but you know, he's just getting by. He's like an average, middle of the road, here I am dad. What do you think?
So what are you giving him though? Out of 10?
Oh, I'm giving him a 4.4.
You see, I think that's really low.
You think that's too low for him?
Yeah.
Why?
Because one, there were some real shitty dads out there.
We're not talking. Yeah, they have to get lower numbers. A 4.4 is like you're not. He's giving less than the bare minimum. No, he's giving less than the average amount of effort.
Yeah, but I feel like just showing up is half the battle. I feel like if you are there, you're getting a 5. You're just
okay.
there.
You think so? All right, I'm gonna stick my 4.4. I can see that. I understand your rating scale now, though.
I'm not gonna give him a score. That was your guy to give a score to. I'm with you.
You're not with me. It doesn't seem like you're with me.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but if you're telling me that he's just there, that's a big part.
No, I guess that is true. He is there.
Well, okay. I'm gonna give you.
Let's hear your dad. Let's hear your review here.
He is the worst dad possible.
Oh, you're gonna say something more negative than I am.
Yeah, 100%. Worst dad possible.
Okay. Who?
Frank Gallagher, Shameless. Worst dad possible.
You think so?
I know so. There doesn't be a worse dad than Frank Gallagher.
I disagree. He's got so many independent children.
No, he has children that he didn't even know about. He's got children that he steals from. He's drunk all the time. He's high all the time. They literally hate him. Every one of them, except for like one of them tries because he doesn't get it.
Yeah,
there's no one worse than Frank Gallagher. No one. Unless you're just not there on purpose. Like he is around.
Oh, so now that's your bare minimum now.
No.
He gets a 5. No,
he doesn't show up. He's around.
Oh, he's around. So it's a different word. So showing up gets you the 5. What's around get you?
Around, I don't know, but I know Frank Gallagher. 1.2.
1.2
out of 10.
See, you're going against all the things you. He's there. He's there. What else do you want?
No. He doesn't show up. He's around.
He's just around. He just happens to be in the same town. You're saying.
Yeah, drunk and sleeping in Chicago on the South Side. So, 1.2. Frank Gallagher. Worst dad I've ever met.
You got Ray Romano, 4.4. You got Frank Gallagher, 1.2. I feel like that's pretty good. Neither of those guys are going the extra mile. Neither guy's showing up and being like, let's go like play catch. You know?
No, see, Frank Gallagher's like, he'll show up if he needs you to like do something for him, like buy him drugs.
Like he'll trick you. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's a bad dad. I feel
That's
like
a bad dad.
I feel like under 5, like you're a bad dad, and I don't think Ray Romano's a bad dad.
I feel bad, but that's the rating I gave it. I can't go back on it now. Like, what do you want me
No,
to do
you
there?
can't.
Pick the
There's no
number.
going back. There's
You
no
want to just
going back.
re-record this part? I'll give it to you.
No, we can't go through this again.
That's it. That's the number. So there's your two guys. You got Frank Gallagher running in at 1.2. You got Ray Romano coming in at 4.4. Those are the dads for the day. That's the TV movie dads for the day. So what do you got? What do you got coming up this week? This is so that's what we'll do. We'll talk about what we got. What's on the horizon of the week? For me, we just had to hire a new nanny, and yeah, we're a nanny family.
Must be nice. Must be nice to be rich.
Yeah, I'm real rich, ecstatically rich. I work odd hours, so it's hard for me to have a daycare. So we have to have a nanny. Well, we call her nanny. I guess I could just call her the babysitter, and I would sound way less like, like.
I don't know what that was, but okay.
But yeah, we have the new nanny here. We had her last week. She's been great. So he's got to go with the new nanny again this week. While I work from home. So he's like here with me. I'm here. He's here. It's kind of annoying. Every week, this kid's like hanging out. He sees me coming out of my office to get like a drink of water, and he like smiles at me, and I gotta like just ignore him and like go back to work. Feel bad.
Can't wait to work on your rating.
Yeah, seriously.
My son smiles at me, and it sucks.
Yeah, it's. I feel bad. I can't hang out. He thinks he's like, Dad's here. Let me hang out, and he gets screwed every time. But we got that going on, so that's our project for the week is to get the nanny worked out, the new nanny, so she's ready to go, so she feels comfortable in the house. But other than that, we have nothing special this week. What about you?
I do wish you luck. I mean, new nanny, a lot of pressure
For the nanny, yeah.
Do you have to like lock up your valuables, like that Tiki Barber football behind you? Do you lock that away?
I keep that. I guard it myself, actually.
Oh, you like at night? You're
I
like,
cradle it, yeah.
yeah. You're like, good night, Tiki.
I don't lock up the valuables, but dude, honestly, I found out her last name the first day she was on the job. Okay. So again, I guess I'm just a bad dad. Maybe I should do background checks, but did you do a background check on your daycare lady?
The woman who watches my son is my mother-in-law's best friend.
So no need for the background check.
But there's another woman who watches Michael at the same place 3 days a week because my mother-in-law's best friend works another job.
Oh, so she
I know nothing about her. Yeah. I know nothing about her. So at least you know her last name. I don't know Michelle's last name.
If I'm being honest, I forgot it.
Wow.
Well, so what do you got going on this week? What's your
for my son or for me personally?
No, I don't care about you. That's why we're just pals.
Well, that's true. Well, for my son, nothing. He's been teething. His new thing is he points and he knows one word and it's ba. He thinks everything is ba. He'll point to my cat and be like ba. I'm like, Luna, the cat, ba. So maybe it's not what I got going on. It's like goals. Like maybe he can say a word this week, like dad, daddy.
That'd be cool.
Mom, mommy.
So do you say stuff like say dad, or like is that not what you're supposed to do?
I do, but like
not incessantly.
Yeah, like he said dad before, but
oh wow, how exciting was that for you?
See, everyone talks about that. Oh, when he says dad, it's gonna be awesome. No, the first time he said dad, he still has never said it and meant me. He said it like dad. Like,
he didn't like look you in the eye and he was like, dad.
No, he was probably pooping and he's like, dad. Like it doesn't matter. Right now, I think he's putting it together because if we say daddy's home, like he'll know like I'm home. But when at first, months ago, when he first said dad, it didn't mean me. It meant anything. Who knows? Who knows what goes on in his head? But
Gotcha.
But for him, that's it. I'm just I hope his teeth stop hurting.
We just
Trying
started
to-
teething this week. That was the first experience we've had. We didn't even know what was happening.
Well, now it never stops. So good luck to you. I have nothing to say about that. Michael,
Yeah,
we
so
gave
somebody's-
him Motrin at like 3:00. So 11:00, if he needs it, I'll give it to him again. Every 8 hours.
Drug him up. I
I'm
get
not a
that.
doctor. Don't
Not a
take my
doctor.
advice. As per my wife's request, I'm not a doctor.
I'm
Well-
also not a doctor. I know I look probably like a doctor, but I'm not.
You don't look like a doctor. You look.
I don't
like,
give off that vibe of like, wow, that guy looks like he probably is a doctor. I don't look like that.
I don't know what kind of vibe I get from you, but it's not doctor.
Not a doctor, huh? All right.
I was thinking like porn director.
Porn director. Well, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Two dads, one sippy cup. That's episode number 1. Thanks for tuning in.
See you later.